After 6 years, an Australian Prime Minister is visiting India. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is now in New Delhi. He met his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi. The leaders discussed trade, investment, defense, education, also renewable energy. They also reviewed the situation in the Indo-Pacific amid growing concerns over China's increasing military assertiveness in the region.
आज हमारे बीच मैरीटाइम सिक्योरिटी और आपसी रक्षा और सुरक्षा सहयोग बढ़ाने पर विस्तार से चर्चा हुई। रक्षा के क्षेत्र में हमने पिछले कुछ सालों में उल्लेखनीय एग्रीमेंट्स किए हैं। भारत और ऑस्ट्रेलिया दोनों क्वाड के सदस्य हैं और आज हमने इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर हमारे बीच सहयोग पर भी चर्चा की।
The leaders called security cooperation an important pillar in the comprehensive strategic partnership between India and Australia. Albanese also invited Prime Minister Modi to Australia for the Quad Summit scheduled for later this year.
I look forward very much to hosting Prime Minister Modi in Australia for the Quad Leaders Summit in May. Today, Prime Minister Modi and I discussed the strength of our economic relationship, demonstrated by the entry into force of the landmark India-Australia Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement last year. This transformational deal will realise the full potential of the bilateral economic relationship, creating new employment opportunities.
The two leaders agreed to work for early conclusion of an ambitious comprehensive economic cooperation deal. A number of other MOUs were also exchanged. During his talks with Albanese, Prime Minister Modi mentioned the increasing attacks on temples in Australia. The Australian Prime Minister assured Prime Minister Modi that the safety and security of Australia's Indian community is a priority. Earlier in the day, Albanese was accorded a ceremonial reception at the Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi. He is also set to meet the Indian President. And our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibul, has been tracking all those developments. He's sent us this report. Take a look.
The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Australian Prime Minister held key talks in Delhi, in which focus ranged from defence to security cooperation, and of course the Indian Prime Minister publicly raised the vandalization of Hindu temples. He also said that he got assurances from the Australian Prime Minister, but largely when it comes to the cooperation, when it comes to India and Australia, Quad was a key feature. Both the Prime Ministers announced that the Quad will happen in the month of May in Australia, and talked about how both countries are keen in terms of cooperation in trade and finalization of the free trade pact between the two countries. But all in all, an important visit of the Australian Prime Minister, where there was a lot of holy and cricket diplomacy. With video journalist Chandrasekhar, Siddhant Sibul for WION in New Delhi.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.